Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to today's video. We are getting the day started. I slept in a little bit, so got up at 4:45 today. Just woke up at like 4:15 and I was like, I could use an extra 30 minutes. So we're gonna get it done. I'm gonna get over to the gym and hit an arm day, and then we're gonna hit the track. It is Wednesday, so it is interval day, and I think I have 1,000-meter repeats. So that's 2.5 laps around the track. I have a goal pace, I think it's 7:20, so 7-minute 20-second pace. So this should push me a good amount. I'm excited to see where my speed is. So on the day off with a little bit of caffeine, got the OG Monster. This is my favorite flavor, and I'm gonna get into some breakfast. Finishing out the cut, I've been weighing in around 215, 216. So I still have my baseline 2,400 calories, and then I add some extra calories based on how many miles that I cover for the day. But that's kind of the game plan for today. I'm gonna show you my day of training. So it's gonna be lifting, training, so lifting, running, and then also what I'm eating today. And I'll take you through kind of what this Wednesday is gonna look like. So without further ado, let's get some breakfast. So we're changing things up for breakfast today just because I want a little extra carbs, but also I just kind of rotate this in. So we got 2 scoops frosted chocolate cupcake. We got that mixed into a pudding, but today we're gonna call it chocolate dip. So looks like that. All it is just a little less water than you would make a shake with. I put 2 scoops in a bowl, a little bit of water, and then I just mix it up. And then I got some chocolate rice cakes. And what I'm gonna do is it's kind of like anabolic Dunkaroos. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, anabolic Dunkaroos. And so you just pretty much, give it one of those, and pretty good to go. So I'll have 3 or 4 rice cakes, but this will be a good amount of carbs before training. And that'll also be good for when I get to running. So I'm gonna eat this up, got some caffeine, get my pre-workout stuff set, and get the dogs fed. I'm gonna take you guys through the supplements I have for pre-workout. So what I'm going with is I do a 1.5 serving of high volume. So instead of, it's 2 scoops for a serving, I do 3. So that gets me with that 9,000 milligrams of L-citrulline. So I want to get closer to 10 grams. I'm actually taking my creatine now in my pre-workout. I throw in 10 grams because I think more recent dosage guidelines were like 0.1 gram per kilogram, about 100 kilograms. So I take 10 grams. And then I got this product. This is glycerol. So glycerol is often something that goes into pre-workouts. It has an osmotic effect, so it can help you get better pumps. And it's also apparently really useful for endurance athletes. So it works in a different way than like nitric oxide kind of ingredients like your citrulines, your agmatines. So kind of tackling pump in 2 separate things. You can always save with PE Science. Hejnasty saves you, I think 10-15%, something like that. I think 10%. And then I also, so that's what's in this concoction that I drink before I go. And then in this concoction, this is my during workout. What I drink is a 1/2 gallon of water, and I do some element, so electrolytes. So this has 1 gram of sodium in it. I'll do one of those, and then for flavor, because I like flavor, I'm using right now, these are Skittles flavored tropical flavors, kiwi lime, the strawberry passion fruit, and a couple other ones. I like the kiwi lime and the strawberry, but sometimes you get 4 flavors and you only like 2 are really good and the other 2 you just got to deal with. So I think this is like orange mango or mandarin mango or something. So we're gonna get through 2 of those. It's not too bad though. I'm just not the biggest mango fan. But that's what I drink during my actual lifting, and then I'm gonna fill it up again to make sure I have stuff during my run, so a little bit more sodium. And I'll bring some more caffeine, so once I finish my training, get to the track, have a little bit more caffeine, and get to work. So let's go hit some arms. All right, so we have new record of stupid. Got into the car, drove over to the gym with Nicole, and realized I did not put my phone in the car. So that's like a new record. So actually Nicole is driving back to get it.
because she wasn't gonna get a training session in. So that was big bonehead move, but it's funny because like the way the car works is one of our 2 phones has to be in there. So I would have noticed I didn't have my phone if Nicole wasn't with me. So it like kind of had hers as like the driver phone. So she's scooping back, getting that because I'll need it to track the running. But shout out to Nicole for sure as she's holding the camera today and she's grabbing the phone. But we're gonna get things started. Also, my phone has what exactly the workout is, but it's just one of those mornings. But I think that we're gonna be getting started with this seated lateral raise. I was doing the standing one, but my elbow is still a little iffy on it. So gonna do these and some wrist curls. All right, we got wrist curls for the elbow, which has been acting up. Also, that's why we did seated this time, because instead of me holding all the way out and having to use my forearm, I'm able to move my elbow. So that's been a little better. And then this is to help work the forearm, get blood to the area. Doing sets of like 20 to 30 of these, so we can move on. I just realized we got 22 and we got 25. So my right arm's bigger than the left one, but I don't think it's from lifting. Be right back. All right, so we're gonna do the JM press. So it's kind of like it's in between like a close grip bench press and a skull crusher. So it's a tricep exercise. Some people feel in their elbows. My elbow's bad, but it feels kind of good for me. So, you know, I'll take what I can get. But I'll give it a try, and I'll show you what it looks like. But I've been liking it as a tricep exercise. All right, so physique update, around 216 pounds. We are almost done the cut, and then we'll start bringing food up to like maintenance or so. Like 2,400 calories per day, weighing in 6'2", whatever, 215, 216. So far have not lost completely my legs while they're running. All right, we've made it out to the track. It's been a morning, man. We left I left my watch in overnight, and then that ended up like dying. So that was actually the reason I forgot my phone, because I brought my phone in the car, saw the watch was dead, had to grab my portable battery, and then I brought my phone, and then I pretty much put it down, picked up the battery, and left the phone. And so it's been a day, but we are at the track. We made it. I'm gonna be having a little bit of carbs. So this is the Boom Gels, They're gonna be the gels at the actual marathon I'm doing. Apple cinnamon has been the best one so far. I'm gonna be running 6,000 meter intervals with 90 seconds rest between, and I'm targeting a 7:40 pace. I got a mile and a half warm up, mile and a half cool down, so we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna get this thing going. So hopefully I can beat 7:40 pace on those 6 intervals. All right, so some things happened. I finished my 5th interval. I had a really good time. I think it was like a 6:55, 6:58. But I finished that up and then my watch died. So I can't track the remaining 1 interval, and then I also have the mile and a half cool down. So I think the tracker I use only works on my watch, so I'm gonna use Strava to track this last one. And then also, you know, duty called, literally. So had to use the bathroom, so I got a longer rest. So we're gonna try to get a really good pace on another 2.5 laps. And Nicole can also stopwatch me, and I'm gonna see if I can break like a 6:45 because I'm more well rested. So we're gonna hit this one, and we'll get it moving. It's 2.5 laps, so I'm actually gonna be finishing over there. All right, so we did the last interval. Really happy about it. I wanted to beat 6:45. So Strava had a pace as I went, and then it was telling me how many miles I actually passed, so I had to do the conversion. But a 5K is 3.1 miles. So divide that by 5 for 1K, so 1,000 meters. And so I was like, all right, 0.61 miles. And so I covered that at a 6:24 minute per mile pace. So I beat my target there. I said it was like a 9.5 RPE. I didn't like collapse after, so still pretty good. Now I can get right into the mile and a half cool down. But doing things actually to plan, that last interval, interval 5 with those 90-second breaks, was like, I think it was a 6:56. We'll have the actual info as long as it's saved for my watch. So I'll show you guys that, and now I'm just gonna do a little bit of a strutting. Just finished up 6 laps. I wasn't looking at my pace throughout, but just was going pretty easy. I hit an 8:53 pace, so I'm really happy about that for the cool down. And now we're gonna head back and get started on the day, and I gotta get cooking, and I'm excited to eat. See you guys back home. What's going on? We are back in the office, and post-workout meal is just doing some carrots. So we're actually getting some vegetables in for today, and I'm smoking a bunch of steaks, so I'm about to have a bunch of that whenever that's ready. Gonna smoke them to like 120, 125 internal, and then gonna sear them. So I'm super excited about that. And then finally, okay, I had a scary moment because my watch died mid-workout, and then I came in here, threw it on the charger. I did my last interval, and then I did the cool down off of the, just on the Strava app. So I do have that data that I think went over to my coach, but funny enough, I was looking at my phone and it wasn't coming up. And on the watch, it also wasn't coming up, but I was able to go into workout history and it did show up because I was about to talk my numbers. So gonna put those screenshots up here in terms of how the run went. The target pace was actually 7:40. And my coach said, if you're fading towards the end, just keep it under like an 8-minute pace or so. And I was like, if we're going for a 7:40 pace, let me try to go for like 7:20 and like see if I can like overperform, because I think we're allowed to, you know, bring up the intensity a little bit on these. And here is the interval times that I got. Actually, I thought I did better than this. Okay, so the first interval, so we hit 7:18, then we hit 7:08, then 7:16, 7:02, and then my 5th one, which I did say was 6:56. I wanted to see if I could beat 7 minutes. So I did. That one I actually just was going kind of fast. I wasn't trying to like have my best one on that one. I definitely wanted to have number 6 really push it, but I felt good and I actually like got a good time. So 5th one, 6:56, and that was doing it properly with the 90-second rest. And then I got that big rest, and then I did that final one, which I think I had like a 6:23. I have to just pull that up on Strava. So as far as Strava said, my final one was a 6:24 pace for the final 1,000 meters. So I'm really happy about those. Gonna send them over to coach and then see kind of what he says. But yeah, he did not say easy run, and I did not go into like lay on floor, so it was not, I don't think it was RPE 10, but the majority of your miles in running is supposed to be, you know, easy miles, but on interval day, that's the day to kind of like get a little push. So that was good. Very happy about that. I'm gonna eat some carrots. I got the steaks getting smoked up. One of my favorite things to eat. I love Popeye's blackened tenders and smoked bavette. Apparently it's pronounced bavette steaks. And then probably throw those on like 647 bread. So I'm gonna get into some work. I mean, that was a long workout, so I'm in it a little bit later than I want to be. So I gotta pretty much Tuesdays, Wednesdays, a lot of it is content, and then I also have some client calls, enrollment calls. So we're getting into it, and also we do have. I mean, this is a pretty lackluster announcement if you didn't see it, but Nicole is pregnant with our first daughter, so super excited about that. So we do have a checkup later today. I think we're about 16 weeks along, due in December. Super stoked. Which means the boy got to support a family now. So I need to eat and get into some work. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Just want to stop back in here and tell you guys a funny story. I had a nightmare last night, and the nightmare was, I felt like I was in like a high school or something, and I had to, for some reason, I had to leave and run something a mile away to somewhere else. And I was like, oh, it's pretty much gonna be my run for the day, and I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. So I'm curious to know what my time is. And I ran that mile, and I looked at my watch to get my time, and it was dead. So kind of there was some foreshadowing to like what went down today, because I had my watch. I drove out to a run because I was running with my friend, and my watch was like dead for this run. I tried to revive it on a dead portable charger, so that's kind of why we ended up in this mess. And what happened in the dream is the watch was dead, so I didn't know my time, and I just had to go. I think it was the time of the day was like, it was 6:29, and then when I finished it was like 6:36, so I was like, I think it's like a 7-ish minute mile or so. And so that was kind of just the foreshadowing that I wanted to bring up. So I thought that was kind of like funny because that's exactly what happened today. Fun stuff. Let's eat carrots. So we're out here, and some of you may not know this about me, but a hobby of mine is smoking meats. So I got a smoker right here. I went with the Rectech. And so smoking some steaks today. I done brisket, pork butts, burnt ends. Those are really good. But yeah, smoking these. So we got some bavette. Apparently they're called bavette. I was corrected by one of our HFP clients. Thanks, David. So I called them bavette steaks, but bavette steaks. So they're relatively lean. I'm gonna be smoking them up to an internal of like 120, 125. Then we're gonna sear them on the carbon steel pan. So I'm gonna get these off of here. Now we got the finished product because I just seared them on this carbon steel pan, got that done at piping hot temperatures. And what we're gonna do is make some, pretty much this is what I do most of my meals. I just have a bunch of cooked meat, some protein, and I throw it on 647 bread. So here we go. We got these all seared up and looking beautiful. So we got that crust action, and then I sliced one up, cut it against the grain. That's what I like about this cut. It's like really, you got these thick strands, but when you cut it against the grain, it just like kind of can almost peel apart. So I am going to make a sandwich. I don't have my tripod with me, so this is how I make the sandwich. I have my piece of 647 bread, so it's high fiber bread. I'm gonna grab one of these bad boys, and we're gonna put him right there. And then, so I got one of those, and then you just roll it up. Probably I can do 2 on this guy, and we are gonna eat that like this beautiful, I'll clean that. This beautiful little, I guess you can call it like a taco or whatever. I love these. So I just season it with the steak. I just put on some kosher salt and then some garlic powder and let it sit for a bit. And this is how I cook my steaks. See you later. What's up? So from last time we talked, I have had, so that last meal was a pound of that bavette steak, and also that steak was from Piedmontese. I wish they would sponsor us, but it's really, really jacked cows, so the meat ends up being very lean, so low in fat. So I had a pound when I had that last meal, and then it's just been a while being getting work done, and so I've had a second pound, so 2 pounds of steak done today. And that puts me at, in 2 pounds of steak, that is 214 grams of protein and 35 grams of fat. So pretty darn lean and pretty micronutrient dense. So we take those. That's where I'm at today. So far I'm at like 2,050 calories. Protein is hit. We're over 250, so we're in a good spot, but probably gonna come back and have some Ninja Creamies. But me and Nicole are about to go to our appointment. Would love to take you guys, but I don't think that's not happening. So I will come back, let you guys know how that's going, and I'm really excited to go over to this appointment, and we'll be back soon. All right, what's up? We are back from the appointment and had a proud dad moment. Very excited. So a little baby girl was hitting some leg presses today. So we can see, you know, we got the head and the feet are actually placed up. So, you know, she was hitting some leg presses, you know, getting the quads trained. So I'm pretty excited about that. We got the future squat world record holder, you know, already training at like negative, like 5 months of age. So proud dad moment already. But we just got back. I got some more calls to get done, but I got the next meal, which I'll show you guys. All right, so I'm gonna take you through a few of my favorite things. So we have, of course, I mean, it's not a vlog or a day of eating if I don't have a couple of these. We got Ninja Creami. If you haven't seen these already, it'd be like that. That is just heavenly. There's a bunch of chunks though that got in the way, and that would have looked a little better, but that is what it is. But this is gonna be the pint that I have, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of my top hits for the Creami right now. So that was made by the Ninja Creami, which is somewhere behind me. It just makes high protein ice cream. The base is 200 calories, 26 grams of protein. I usually put like 100 to 150 calories worth of mix-ins in it, just to give it some crunch or something. The top mix-in I got going, I usually get obsessed with something for a week and then I get tired of it. So right now it's these white chocolate bars. These are amazing. And then I'll take pretty much half of this, and every time, like every quarter of it, it has like the 3 pieces. And then I break those 3 pieces into 3 pieces. And then I use those and then I put it in the mix-in. But it's 100 calories for like half of this, 110 calories, and phenomenal mix-in. So highly recommend to get those. And then I'm gonna, of course, put the Creami recipe. Nicole's gonna be editing. She is in the kitchen as well right now, so she is now hearing that we're gonna add the recipe. So that's gonna be right here for the 200 calorie base. And I'm gonna tell you the proteins that I recommend for that vanilla tasting base. Interesting enough, the vanilla base, I do not recommend vanilla flavored protein. I use PE Science's protein. It's a whey casein blend, so it's a little thicker, but I actually don't like the vanilla flavoring as a vanilla base. It just doesn't work the way that I want it to. So I actually have 3 that I'm liking right now. Tried and true, I've had probably hundreds of Creami pints with this one. This is Cake Pop. I really like this as the flavoring. Makes a really good vanilla tasting base for like a kind of vanilla flavor. I'm actually really liking this one as well. So this white chocolate macadamia. I think for just a plain basic like vanilla ice cream soft serve with the Creami, like these two are the goats. I think these, I've had so many of these, hundreds in a row, and then I just brought this one back. This is actually my original favorite. And then kind of thought this one was really good, but I actually just brought this back recently as like a palate cleanser, and I'm really enjoying this right now. The last batch I made, I didn't do any cake pop. And I'm trying this out. I've only had like 2 of it, but this is the cookies and cream. And so I did cookies and cream with the cookies and cream bars and mix-in, and that's pretty solid as well. I think maybe it's just the novelty of it that I'm really enjoying. So that's in rotation right now too. But if you guys are gonna do those 200 calorie bases that I do, highly recommend white chocolate macadamia or the cake pop. And now without further ado, I'm gonna eat one of these, and then I'm probably gonna have a second one, so that'll be like 50 grams of protein, 600 calories, and a very, very happy Kevin. I'm gonna get into this. All right, guys, all good things coming to an end, and so does this vlog. So thank you guys for hanging with me. I'm gonna finish out the day. I wanted to make another Creami, but I had a late call today, so it's like 7:15. So I just want to get up to bed and get the wind down started and get to sleep. Ideally, I want to be like asleep by like 8:15, so I can wake up at 4:15 smoothly. And after today's workout, we'll see if I don't have another, morning like this morning where I'm like, I need another 30 minutes. But I'm probably gonna have, I think I put in for 4 rice cakes. I'm gonna tell you guys what the final macros are for the day. And you may be wondering, Kevin, what is that drippy, hoodie?
I really, really like right now, I like zip ups when I'm in the office because I just pull them on, pull them off. It gets cold over there. And you'll never guess what brand that's from. Krispy Kreme, baby. Shout out to one of our HFP clients was high up at Krispy Kreme, so he really got us a lot of swag. So shout out to you, Gary. Absolute legend. Now, the macros. So I'm gonna just finish up with like 4 rice cakes. It's gonna put me at 2,850 calories. As you guys remember, 2,400 calories is the baseline that I'm shooting for. And since I did like 7 miles of running in a sprint fashion, that would put me at like 3,100. So I'm actually under by a little bit. But again, like I could have had like another Creami, still been in kind of a good position, but like I just want to get up and go to bed, honestly. But the macros for today, you saw lots of steak going down. One of my favorite foods is preparing steak that way. Again, Popeye's chicken blackened tenders, bavets. Let me know down below if it's bavet or bavette. And just preparing those that way, I absolutely love them. Macro friendly too. But total macros, 71 fat, we got 267 carbs, we got 327 protein. I like to be 250 or over. I weigh like mornings 215, 216 right now. And fiber was 62 grams. Shout out to the 647 bread. So I'm gonna eat a couple of these up. I already had my sleepy pills, so a little melatonin, and my multis and all those good things. But thank you guys for hanging with me. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We are something between 10 and 20 weeks out for my marathon. I forgot, I need to start a countdown, but thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.